An incredible discovery announced today out of the city of Tulsa that has some unique Utah ties.
A man living in Ogden more than 100 years ago has now been identified as a victim of the Tulsa Race Massacre, and the first one identified through DNA.
Here with details, news specialist Lindsay Ertz. And Lindsay, how'd this all play out?
Yeah, Mike and Dee, really interesting here. The city of Tulsa is doing a project called the 1921 Graves Project, where they are digging up these unmarked graves to try to identify victims of this deadly massacre again back in 1921. Now, just today they announced a key discovery that they identified an Ogden man whose name was C.L. Daniel. And now officials say C.L. Daniel was a black man in his early 20s. He was an injured World War II vet and was living in Ogden looking for work, but was desperate to get back to his family in Georgia. Now, through the DNA found in the gravesite, researchers were able to start putting together family trees and making connections to thousands of people who use DNA as part of a pair of geology websites. And then just this week, a key discovery, a letter that an attorney had written on behalf of CL's mother asking to receive his war benefits after he died. The mayor of Tulsa reading that directly from that letter.
CL was killed in a race riot in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921, according to the best information that she has furnished to me. And it goes on. Today, because of the efforts of so many people, I can stand before you to announce that we've identified the first 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre victim since we began our search for them 5 years ago.
Now, the testing was done by a Utah nonprofit called Intermountain Genetics. Their office is where I am here in the Murray area. They say this work took thousands of hours and teams of people. Now, coming up at 6:30, I'll tell you exactly how researchers got their hands on that letter and what C.L. Daniel's relatives and descendants are now saying it means to have his remains identified 103 years later. Guys.
Lindsay Ertz live tonight. Lindsay, thank you. We are